You are inspired. You are empowered. You leave this library wanting to make a difference for you, for your school, and for your community. Leadership is a very important and humongous role. Someone chose you to be at this conference today because they see the potential of you being a great leader.
Thank you, Ms. Mendoza. Good morning, ladies, and I'm actually going to ask you, let's give her another hand. In regards to Ms. Mendoza, I actually know that she's probably going to be a principal of a school way before I will, because she has that passion for what she does. She loves what she does, and I know she's saying that sometimes she might be the only female voice in our group, but what a voice. I mean, her message, what she's doing for our school is looking out for everyone and making sure that things get done. So that is a very important voice. And that's what we're hoping that you're going to be. Like she said, you're here because we see the potential for leadership in each one of you.
Thank you again to Ms. Mendoza and Dr. Alonso for their words this morning. And without further ado, we're going to get our conference started. Please help me welcome Ms. Cristel Valle from Casa de Misericordia. She will be our first presenter this morning.
Good morning, my name is Cristel, and I work for Casa Misericordia. I don't know, some of you I've seen before because I've been here for other presentations. So I'm here to speak to you about what domestic violence is and what teen dating is. I know you all know what domestic violence is, but maybe you don't know exactly what it is and how it affects all of us. I'm going to go ahead and start with the presentation.
Nina is very driven. Esa solita. She started reading at age 3. She would memorize books. And I'm a reading teacher, so I kind of pushed her. And I was working for UT at the time when Nina was 3. And we went to a conference, kind of like this. And Dr. Kathy Stewart, she presented a video of her little girl reading Brown Bear. Have you all ever heard the story of Brown Bear? Brown Bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. It's kind of a pattern, so it's a children's book. And her little girl, her point was that she had adopted this little girl from Russia. So they didn't speak English, they spoke Russian. And her point was that her little girl, Katya, I believe that's her name, Tatiana, the oldest little girl, her eldest, also from Russia, taught her to read that book in like 3 hours or something. So she showed us the video, and I was in the audience, and I was looking at the little Russian little girl, and in my head, because I'm very competitive, I was thinking, no está llegando la niña vale más que se lo aprenda. So I got home on that weekend, and my brother asked us to babysit, and of course Nina was 3, great. And I said, yes, and I have something we're gonna do an activity, yo y Nina. Qué bueno, hermano, qué bueno. My brother, all he wanted was babysitting service. So I grabbed Nina, I get my book, because I have a lot of children's books at home. And so I grabbed Brown Bear, and I started reading it. And so Nina was happy, And then I said, Nina, what color is that? That's blue. And what color is this? That's yellow. And what color? She was a talker since 2.5. And so I said, Nina, let's read it together. Brown bear, what do you see? And then she would say, I see a red bird looking at me. So in less than 3 hours, we beat those Russians. We learned the book. She learned it. So I was so happy, right? I was like, look, let's show Abuela, come here. So she starts reading to my mom. Of course, my mother doesn't know any English, but she knows she's reading. And so my mother's like, qué bueno, Nina, qué padres. We were super happy. So then my brother and my sister-in-law get home, right? And I'm so proud. I'm the proud aunt teacher. And I said, look, mira, Nina, Nina, read to your parents. So Nina starts, brown bird, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking, it's just a pattern. And so my brother's like, she learned it? Yeah, she learned it. And he's like, espérate, la vas a cansar. Todavía ni entra a la escuela, cálmate. And so, of course, high expectations always for Nina. Nina is a top scholar. She's gonna go to United Middle School next year. She can't wait to go to middle school. Her mother is the nurse at that school. Pobrecita, no sabe, pero it's okay.
So what happened to me was when I was in high school, every time my dad would get a transfer, I would lose a credit or two because different states had different requirements of classes. So I got to a point when I was in my, I guess in 11th grade, where I told my parents, I'm moving to Laredo, Texas. I'm gonna go and move in with my tia and see you later because I'm wasting a whole year just moving with you guys traveling in Mexico. So I came to live with my aunt and my uncle and my cousin. We're the same age, so we were supposed to graduate together, 86, class of 86. And we were about 4 blocks away here on Juarez. We used to walk to Martin. But when they gave me the test in, I guess that's December, they told me that my English wasn't good enough and I had to repeat 1 full grade. So I was pretty upset because I was like, I'm supposed to graduate this year. I'm gonna graduate like my cousin. So I dropped out. And I started studying for the GED. I said, I'm graduating in 86 and forget the system. I started studying for the GED and I passed my GED probably like within 3 months, like by March, instead of graduating till May. So in the meantime, since I wasn't working, wasn't going to school, wasn't working yet, I started working at McDonald's. And my parents didn't know this, like they had left me with my tios and I just didn't want to be a burden and no tenía nada que hacer, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna start working at McDonald's. I was working downtown, the one over here by the Boys and Girls Club. And one day my parents came and my dad was super upset that he found out I was working at McDonald's. And I was like, well, I didn't want to be like, just give me money, I need money for this. And I wanted to be able to spend my money and work for my own money. So since I was 16, I started, working. When I was going through college, I also did part-time McDonald's and part-time I was a waitress. We used to live in the South.
I want to thank you all for being here and first of all for you to give us the words. And I feel very motivated. Miros knows a couple of days ago I was like, Miros, I don't want to be a doctor no more because my main goal in life is becoming a doctor. And for some reason, no me está diciendo, las cosas se te van a acomodar de cierta manera. And I highly believe in that. Because for some reason, I'm right here and standing before you all. For some reason, they came to us and they gave us those words. We all have a goal in this life. And if we were born, it's because we have to accomplish something. This is just the start. Viene apenas todo lo bueno. Thank you very much.
Anybody else?
How do you feel motivated?
I feel motivated when these ladies and like here and she says that we all have something that we're gonna do. Like these ladies, they already know they have all these things that they did in their life and they still want to accomplish more. Every day, my friend, I always tell her, what's my thing? What am I going to do with my life? And she tells me, I don't know, you do a lot of things, you sing, you like to talk to people, and I'm like, yeah, but is that really what I'm gonna do? Am I gonna sing? Am I gonna be singing in front of a crowd of people at this one? I feel by the things that they have told me that it's too early right now to know what I'm gonna do in my life, but I know I'm gonna find it one day.
I also want to say thank you for being here, but I also want to say thank you to all of you because part of being a leader is having people to look up to, and it's not necessarily adults, even though we have a lot of great adults to look up to, but having a friend to be there next to you and tell you that you can do things is the best feeling in the world. So thank you.
Surround yourself with positiveness. That is key. At your age, and I'll get to what she just said right now. At your age, that's absolutely right. You can be motivated and empowered by anyone. And if it's your friends, if it's your teammates, right? It doesn't have to be adults. We are not the know-all, see-all. Some of you are much more empowered and much more knowledgeable than we are. You teach us. I learn every day on this campus from you, from people who walk in, from students who walk into my office. They make me better. I learn every day. And that's a good thing, always continuing to learn. And what she said over here about you don't have to know right now what you're going to be when you grow up. You shouldn't be stressing, it's okay to not know. When you get to college, trust, you're gonna say, Ms. Mendoza was right. You're gonna get there thinking, I'm gonna become this. And at the end of the 4 years, you became something else. Because as you grow and as you mature and as you lead, you're gonna find your calling. You're gonna find what you are destined to become. Once again, I do want to thank our speakers this morning, big round of applause to the teachers that coordinated this, Ms. Hoover, Ms. Ayala, and Mr. Penalosa. And obviously, these three teachers could not have done that without being under the direction of our head counselor, Ms. Montemayor. All right, ladies, so we're gonna wrap this up with some pizza. Yes, Ms. Ayala? Pictures. Oh, but before you get the whole pizza on there, selfie over here. So let's come on up in here. We'll kind of figure out how y'all are gonna do this.
And they all have that passion, and they all have that dedication, and they all have all these things that we're asking you to do as leaders to find your career. But the only way you're going to find that career is through your passion. You must find your vision. Like I tell you boys, it's going to be hard. Statistics show that the kids that are entering kindergarten today are going to retire in 2070. How do we know what's going to happen in the next 10 years? We live in a digital world nowadays. We don't even know what's going to happen in the next 5 years with computers, much less 70 years from today. So it's very important for you to know what is going to be my passion. What is it that I'm going to do? And you need to start now. And if you bump into some trouble where, you know what, maybe this was not my passion, maybe this was not my career, then you have that option to move somewhere else. Did I have a vision? Did I have a passion? Certainly.
Entonces le empecé a hacer caso y dije, le voy a tratar estos 6 meses a ver si es cierto. Y empecé a echarle un poquito más de ganas a las clases y a poner un poquito más de atención y a tratar de superarme de la manera que nos decían en esas conferencias. Y empecé a ver cambios y dije, mira, me tratan mejor los maestros, ya no me regañan, ya no me gritan, ¡hey, cállate! ¡Siéntate! Y eso me caía bien gordo, me caía bien mal que me regañaran. ¿Ustedes les cae mal? Sí. Uy, pero me enojaba bastante que me gritaran. Decía, mi mamá me grita, ¿por qué me gritas tú? Entonces con este cambio empecé a ver algo muy positivo. Los maestros me empezaron a respetar, a hablar conmigo ya más como amigos, como que, oye, mira, ¿qué quieres hacer cuando estás grande? Puedes tener estas oportunidades. Y eso me gustó, el respeto que me daban. Pero el respeto se fue ganando, me estoy ganando poco a poco con mi comportamiento, con las ganas que me traen. En fin, me puedo graduar de high school y al graduarme de high school, pues ya todo ese tiempo estuve trabajando en Univisión. Sí fui, a la mera hora sí me convenció con todo este cambio que quise hacer y fui a ver si me gustaba. Empecé a ser reportero de espectáculos, empecé a ir a los conciertos gratis. Yo tenía 16 años cuando empecé a hacer eso. Pues estaba padrísimo, con un micrófono que decía Univisión, una cámara atrás de mí y todos los artistas venían, ay sí, claro, te doy la entrevista. Entonces entrevisté gente como Paulina Rubio, como Enrique Iglesias, bastantes. Una vez que vino, no sé si conozcan a esta actriz Rocío Dúrcal, una cantante que canta la de Amor Eterno, ya murió. Vino a un concierto aquí en Laredo que fue su último concierto y me tocó ir a entrevistarla y me dice, oye, ¿por qué no me presentas en el concierto? Y yo, sí, qué padre, gracias. Y fue aquí en el Civic Center. Y cuando ya estaba ahí, que vi toda la gente y el escenario, yo estaba ahí a un lado del escenario y me dan el micrófono y estaba así temblando. Me dice, mira, tienes que agradecer aquí, no, yo no quiero. No, sí, ya, pues es que tú eres el que vas a presentar, ándale, pásale. Y yo, no, gracias, no, yo no quiero. Estaba temblando, yo no quería hablar. Y me decían, pero si sales en la tele, pues si en la tele nomás hay una cámara, no tanta gente. Entonces, no quería salir, ya tomé la decisión que no iba a salir y luego vino la señora y conmigo ya.
I've got a lot of students on Facebook from Martin, and they're living incredible lives. I've got students that I was a teacher of them at United High School, at Washington Middle School, and they're in London, they're in Europe, they're in New Mexico, they're in Colorado. They're doing what they want to do. You find your passion, and I'm telling you right now, passion is important, but also hard work. Whatever you work hard at, be good at it. Be the best at it. Don't accept mediocrity. Don't accept to be the minimum. No one here is minimum. Here we want to be above, beyond, the best, always striving to be number one. And if you're already number one at what you do, then you know that you have to work harder to stay there. You have to work even harder. Today has been an incredible day for all of you. I know that all of you are leaving with something you didn't know before, from all the individual speakers and from what they have told you. From the wise words that Mr. Castro has told you, Mr. Tejerina, and also from Mr. Perez at the beginning. I want to tell you that this event, again, would not have been possible without the vision of your teachers, and I want to thank them again for their organization of this. This has been a very positive thing for Martin High School, and I want you all to leave here understanding your responsibility. Your responsibility is to be great, not to be average. You have to be great. And there's no excuse not to be great. You go out and do the best you can for your high school, for your family, and for yourselves. Okay?
En la conferencia para futuros líderes de la preparatoria Martin. Uno de esos líderes fue nuestro compañero Homero Tijerina, quien habló de sus experiencias como estudiante mexicoamericano y todos sus logros, tanto en los medios de comunicación como en el campo de la educación. Los muchachos tuvieron la oportunidad de hacerle preguntas para disipar dudas y se puso a su disposición, Homero quiero decir, para responder a todas las inquietudes y, por supuesto, lo más importante, ayudarlos a crecer.
Porque tengo muchos que fueron mis estudiantes que todos me están saludando y recibiendo muy bien.
Mira cómo lo trataron a cuerpo de rey.
No, usted se merece. Gracias Martin High School, Mr. Pro, que es el principal de ahí. Muchas gracias a todos los que me invitaron, a Marcela Ayala, Arturo Peñalosa.
Seguro social.
Es todo en los deportes, no se vayan, necesitamos más información.
Qué bárbaro.